What is your view? Should I not think about buying anything, or should I actually only buy and rent? What are your views on this topic?
So I have some strong views on this, and however, the answer depends on the person's background and life stage. So let me explain. So for 90% of Indians, their parents never owned a proper house, right?
Yeah.
So for 90% of Indians, even today, owning a good house is one of their biggest dreams. So as soon as they can afford a house, they should go and buy a house. Take maximum loan, right? The next question is, how much loan should I take? Please take maximum loan, and please don't be in a hurry to repay. You are never ever going to get a 8% home loan interest for 30 years, right? Nobody is going to give you a 30-year loan at as cheap as 8% interest, right?
Definitely.
So please don't repay that loan so early. There are avenues to make much higher returns over a period of time, right? So for those 90% people, please go ahead and take a loan, right? For people whose parents already have 2 homes, they are their single kid, they don't need to buy a house, please don't buy a house.
Okay.
Right? You please stay with your parents' house or rent out a house or whatever it is, right? You don't need to buy a house from your own income.
Absolutely.
Per se, right? From your own income. Of course, if they take a bigger house or whatever it is from their family wealth, it's a different case. Right? The third thing is for most people, young people who are salaried or are doing their startups. So my take is that if you want flexibility in your career, for example, you want to take some mini retirements, you want to change jobs quickly, or you want to do your own startup, please don't buy a house. It's a big drain on your financial resources, right? And that EMI is going to be a big pain for you, or a big source of worry. Right?
Absolutely.
So renting is far cheaper. It works out much cheaper than buying a house, right? So if flexibility in your career is a bigger need for you, then don't buy a house. The next, I think this is applicable to most people, is that don't buy a house when you're 25, is my opinion. Because by 35 you will realize who your life partner is going to be, whether you are going to have kids, right? Or where your parents are, or you are now more or less settled in your career, you know what your income is, right? You know how higher you will go, whether you will become the CEO or you will become the president of a division, or you will have a normal career, or what it is. Basically, the affordability at 35, 38, 40 is much better than at 25.
And maybe the life clarity is also much better.
Clarity is higher, stage is that way, right? So how big a house that you need, where do you need, where is your office, where is your spouse's office, where do you exactly want to stay, where are your kids' school, and all that clarity comes after 35. So between 35 to 40 is the best time to buy a house, because then you will also be able to afford a better house. See, my salary has probably increased how much? I think at least 10-15x. No, not more, much more than that. I think when I started in 2006, compared to that, what I'm earning today, I think it is 20-30x, maybe more.
Typically happens,
So that is what will happen. So I'm 40 now. So I was 22 for my first job, 21, 22. So in these last 18-19 years, I think my salary has gone up 40x. Right? So that is what is probably going to happen with most people in India.
Absolutely.
Right? So buy a house between 35 to 40, things will be much clearer.
Absolutely.
And please buy a home loan.
Definitely. I think looks like that if somebody has to buy a house, either it has to be the first house, so that there is no question, that is emotional attachment. So definitely use money for your emotional gains. Otherwise, think about it, maybe delay that decision so that you have more clarity, and then definitely buy it on a home loan. So if I can generalize this answer, I think we are definitely there. Great, Amey.